evening, good evening, good evening. It is me, Rory Paddock, 4 picks from the paddock.co.uk, being broadcast to you live on what is Tuesday, the 27th of July, just gone 8:40 p.m, with 4 selections that I like the look of this upcoming Wednesday. Now, before I give myself any sort of credit or pat on the back, I have to have a word, basically give a shout out to not just myself, but the rest of the team at picksfromthepaddock.co.uk with the selections that I put up for day 1 of Glorious Goodwood. This is what we ended up producing from 5 selections. We ended up with 2 winners and 2 placed horses, places at 16-1 and 12-1 respectively. And Migration and Trushan did the business. Short enough prices, but I hope that you visited picksfromthepaddock.co.uk and got on those. We will be doing a race preview for every single race shown on ITV, so make sure you check out those selections for day 2 of Glorious Goodwood. But without further ado, what I want to do, I want to bring up the first of 4 horses that I like the look of this Wednesday away from Glorious Goodwood, and the first one comes in the 3:55 at Redcar. You can see there we've got Lockdown Lass as the current 2-1 favourite. We've got Mearside Pearl at 7-2, and it's 5-1 bar. It's a 6 furlong handicap, class 6 handicap. 15 runners are set to go to post. Now, the one that I like the look of is the Brian Smart trained 3-year-old that goes by the name of Zoom Star. She showed that she trained on when returning from, I think it was a 73-day layoff, to produce a much improved performance when I think finishing 4th of 13 here at Redcar over course and distance last time out. I think it was only last month. She's got less weight on her back, a weight for age allowance, and now up against sort of older rivals. I expect to see further improvement. And I just think at 9-1, after attracting a bit of support in the market already, I just reckon she can finish in the top 3, and at that price is definitely worth an each way play. That's Zoom Star in the 3:55 at Redcar. We then head from Redcar and we go further up the British Isles to take in the final race at Perth up in Scotland. And I find myself here siding with a debutante who represents Top Connections. Now, champion jockey Brian Hughes sees the Irish-based Lily de Burleigh, the horse that he takes the ride on. And she's going to be making her first steps onto the racecourse in what is a mediocre-looking National Hunt flat race. The 5-year-old by Scirocco looks good on paper. And although you've obviously got the market principal, Fizzle Rock, who's already claimed a victory and a place in their 2 starts so far, I'm hoping that Crawford's runner may have a touch of class that could see them outshine one that already has more experience. Obviously very close in the betting, but I'm going to side with the Brian Hughes ridden Lily de Burleigh to finish off with her head in front on debut. Moving on from Perth, and my final 2 selections are going to see me opt to side with horses who belong to the same major owner. The first of which comes in the 7:35 at Leicester. It's the penultimate race on the card there. It's a 7 furlong maiden contest, a class 4 event. 8 runners on what looks to be good to firm ground. And the Sheikh Ahmed Al Maktoum runner Walefi has done well in finishing 3rd on both career starts to date. And I'm hoping has more improvement than the current favourite, Subtle Beauty. Both hold similar form lines, with the John Gosden trained horse Sweet Enough. So on paper and in the form book, they shouldn't be far apart. And it's safe to say the current betting reflects as much. However, Owen Burrow's charge may have more room to grow with less racing under the belt. And the 3-year-old seems to have more potential as far as I'm concerned. Cover Name deserves a mention, but may need to improve somewhat to finally get their head in front after playing second fiddle on both of their starts so far. But it's Owen Burrows with Kieran Fallon in the saddle, with Walefa, a 5-2 shot in the 7:35 at Leicester for me. And last but by no means least, I'm going to see myself siding with a horse that, again, that represents the same connections. It's got the same yellow silks with black epaulets, and it's Roger Varian's Bashosh. Now, the horse has done absolutely nothing wrong in 2 victories so far. Aims to make it 3 from 3. Has a 100% strike rate to uphold. Has an unbeaten record. Did both wins very successfully. No sort of like blotches or blemishes. Seemed to improve from one run to the next. Now, obviously, yes, this Class 3 contest holds tougher opposition than the 2 races they've competed in so far. But the level of consistency shown by the rivals in this race seems somewhat questionable. And Varian's runner looks set to be going places. A dominant victory is the most likely outcome here at Sandown for Roger Varian's Bashosh. Those are my 4. I'll bring them up on the screen now so you don't forget them. There we go. We've got Zoom Star each way in the 3:55. Lily de Burley in the 4:55 at Perth. Walefa in the 7:35. And Bashosh in the 7:55. Those are my 4 selections. Also need to give a little shout out. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to land the play spot. However, from the 18 races, I managed to bag 6 winners, including a 13-1 winner, and 4 places, including 18-1 and 33-1 place, respectively. As always, any comments, likes, shares, very much welcome. If you do follow my selections, then fingers crossed, touch wood, and good luck if you follow.